move over to somebody that actually people want to talk about. And that's Jiri Prochazka versus Aleksandar Rakic.
That's our boy. He's been my boy since Rising. I remember. I'll say this. I'll take credit for this. Every time when he came to the UFC, I was like, Ramiro, this guy, he's gonna be a future champ. He's crazy. You should watch the stuff that he's doing in Japan. And then he came over and he got the world title, and then he lost it immediately. And then, but he got it. And this was like the Battle of Europe. They kept selling it as, right? The prelim headliner. Probably should have been on the pay-per-view instead of Bo Nickel. But what are you going to do? Rakic coming off. Yeah, Rakic coming off a ACL surgery, I think, right? Like, I don't know which one is going to show up. But look at Jiri, dude. Coming into this fight, the guy's a fucking savage. And Rocky's just like, you're no samurai in the press conference. And then you see one tear drop out of Jiri's face, dude. And he's like, bro. You can see it irritated the hell out of him, dude.
Oh, he was pissed.
He was
Can we also talk about the fact that he was outside the arena for like 30 minutes or something like that, just staring?
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the video, the night before this event, Jiri is outside of the arena at night, like late night, nobody else around, just standing there looking up at the arena, doing some warrior poses and shit. Some dude who's leaving a casino is like, I think that's fucking Jiri. And he starts recording. He's like, bro, Jiri Prochazka is out here. He's been out here for a while, just fucking standing by himself at the stadium. And he turns, he's like, there's 2 kids over there that recognize him. I think they want to get a picture, but they're too scared to ask. And then it cuts back to him. And then it cuts. And the next clip is him being like, dude, it's been like 10 minutes. He's still just standing there. And then it cuts to him. He went over and got a selfie with him. So you know it's him. But it's just like, this guy is different, dude. But before, I think it was the Reyes fight. Before that, he's like, yeah, I fasted for 3 days in a dark room to like confront my demons or some shit. And he's like, that way I don't have to confront them. That way, when I confront them in the fight, I have already dealt with them and shit. And you're like, fuck.
Oh my God, dude.
What? But matchup wise, a lot of people were like, Rakic, they hype him up. Every time he fights, they show the Jimmy Manuwa knockout where he knocked him out with the high kick. And people forget that happened 5 fucking years ago and he hasn't had anything like it since. And they think he's an exciting fighter because the promos. But realistically, he shoots for takedowns. He out-grapples you. He out-controls you, most importantly. And it's not very fan-friendly. And I was like, man, that might be tough for Jiri. Because when you're so unorthodox, when someone's very orthodox, they can beat you, right? They can get you to a boring decision. Rakic was not that in this fight. Rakic looked very good, very active, very crisp. His leg kicks were money. He saw that Alex Pineda fight and was like, dude, low kick Jiri every single time.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And Jiri, because his hands are down, he's crouching and he's stepping in. He's putting all his weight on that lead leg. And he just keeps calf kicking him. And Jiri just eats him. He's not checking any of them. And they asked him in the post fight, and he was like, yeah, I know I have to take those kicks to land my shots, and I'm just willing to do that. And you're like, all right, dude.
Savage.
I mean, look at this shot, dude. And he's like, I just have to take these. You're like, you don't have to take these. You can address this.
So funny.
He's like, I got him right where I want him. Meanwhile, he's like, switch southpaw.
Yeah, I put that in my notes. He had to constantly switch stances. Just because you could see he was in pain in that leg. And then as he started moving laterally, like you saw his leg give a couple times, his left leg when he started moving laterally, he had like, sit still for a little bit and then started moving again. I was like, ooh, getting dicey.
Rakic looked really good, dude. He looked on fire. And Jiri's just hands down getting hit with shots, but he turns with them so well that he's one of those guys that leans back so quick. It's not like a smooth lean back. So it looks like it's the impact of the shot. When most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's the shot is touching him, but he's moving with it so well that it's really taking a lot off of the punch. But even then, there was some that really landed flush on him, and he just eats them, dude. It's like the guy just refuses to get hurt. Unless you have that Alex Pineda knockout power, you're just not going to get him out because he's just going to take it. And eventually, one of the things that I really, really liked was he would throw I think it was the right high kick, and Rakic would eat it, but you could see it was knocking him so well that it was still wobbling him a bit. And that was really a good weapon for him because when they were in kicking range, he was just getting chewed up. He couldn't get to him with his hands. And you could tell he was frustrated. Like, how do I get my hands on this guy? And then eventually he starts throwing that high kick. And even though he got the hand up, it's still doing damage and it's wobbling him. And that's when you can break somebody's posture and get them out of position, even if you're just knocking them over to the left or over to the right, if it's not hurting them, that break in posture, that break in position, that's what will allow you to close the distance. And then you can land your shots that you actually want to, right? And that's what he did, dude. And eventually he started clipping him. At the end of round 1, he started clipping Rakic. And Yidri even said, he's like, yeah, after round 1, I knew I had him. And you're like, fuck, dude. This guy's so terrifying.
Good, so good.
Fantastic finish. Hits him with the right hand up against the fence. Turns him over. Rakic stumbles past him to the center of the octagon. Yidri follows him and just throws him down. That was crazy, dude.
Manhandled
him. Oh, he hit him. He hits, and then he hits him with the knee. Oh, it's the left high kick there. That's what it was. Which would make sense if he was southpaw and he can throw that. I don't know if it was a lead leg high kick. I don't remember. But here's the shot, the right hand that hurts him. Fantastic photo. And then he steps in with that knee. I think was after that. Yeah. Look at the photographer. I don't even know. No, that's a corner. Yeah. He's like, no. But yeah, hits him with a knee. Rakic kind of stumbles forward past him into the center. And Yidri just walks him down like fucking Michael Myers. And fucking hits him with the left or the right, sorry. And then just throws him to the ground. Completely just look at this picture, dude. It's crazy. And then just swarmed him. Jumped on him and pound him out. Fantastic.
So Yidri still only 31 years old. He already has 30 wins under his belt.
Yeah. And they ask him, they're like, what was it? It seemed to really upset you when you said you're not a samurai. And he's like, I know I'm not a samurai. You can see him like reflecting. He's like, I know I'm not a samurai, but I still live by their rules and their code. And it makes me a better person and a better fighter and a warrior. And he's like, I know I'm not a samurai. Austin says, real talk though, Yidri kind of for me in my feels at the end, talking about finding something that inspires you and how the samurai code of honor is that for him. I get why he was salty. He truly values it 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the real deal, dude. He's the real deal. People joke and they call him a weeb and a fucking he's a European guy he thinks he's a samurai and stuff. And it's like, why not let him, dude?
Yeah,
he puts on fun fights. Let him be fun, dude. He's out there fucking punching trees.
You get every time he goes out there from being a samurai.
Yeah. He did an interview post fight too. He was like, I also went hiking. I got lost out in the mountains. And it was like freezing. I almost lost my toes to frostbite. And he's like, this will be bad. And he's like, I don't remember how long it took I didn't know how long it would take to get back to camp. I didn't know my way. He was lost for like 16 hours in the mountains, dude. You're like, dude, fucking, if we lose Yidri to some bullshit like that, dude, I don't think I can take it.
Hey everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.